Meet Gary and his winged friend Bo. She's been equipped with some high-tech gadgets so those at the Hawk Conservatory can learn more about her and other birds at the centre.
Well, I'm here with Bo, and she is a female Egyptian vulture, a relatively small species of vulture. I've been working with her since she was about 2 weeks of age when she arrived here from another collection, and she's just getting on for 3 years old now. So we need to keep tabs on where the birds are on a daily basis. So the birds have been wearing trackers for many years, but quite a simple device that just lets you know roughly what direction they're in, and to a certain extent a distance, but it's very vague. And nowadays we've now got this new system which is a lot more accurate and has been giving us some fantastic information.
The technology offers an important insight to look into the life of birds of prey and how they travel. It allows them to track them through a live feed whilst they travel up to 30 miles per hour around the area.
So she carries this little transmitter here, which is a GPS transmitter. I know. And this fits onto a little mount on one of her tail feathers, so it's extremely light, very streamlined. And she carries this from the moment she sets off. So the moment she takes off, even if she's completely gone out of sight, I can look on a screen on a tablet, which is carrying all the information of exactly where she is, and looking down on a map. And we'd have no idea of how far that bird's travelled or how high that bird's gone without this device, which is a GPS transmitter. From a research point of view, trying to gather information on how fast a peregrine falcon can fly, that can give us that sort of information of real-time speed when the bird's in flight. It gives us an idea of how far they travel, so it's given us fantastic information.
The centre within Hampshire brings in around 60,000 visitors a year, where they can view a wide spectrum of endangered birds of prey. Alongside putting on a good show, the main aim of the centre is to protect birds in the wild through conservation and research projects.
Our aim is to use the money that we make in our visitor attraction to fund conservation work with birds like this in the wild. So these are endangered. We work with critically endangered birds of prey in the wild through conservation projects, and the only way of doing that work is to raise money to fund those projects, and that's ultimately what our visitor attraction does. Yeah, it's very important. I mean, we're working with birds that are critically endangered in the wild, and to put that into context, that's, the next stage on from there is extinct in the wild, and gone from the world. So important, and it's down to organisations like ourselves that can run these projects and work with these birds in the wild through research, through learning more about them, and the device that we've got on Bo here helps us to learn more about the way that these birds work and move and what their capabilities are, and we can transfer that information into working with birds in the wild through the projects that we run. And if it wasn't for places like this, that we could lose birds like this in the wild forever. And they're really important, and it has this huge knock-on effect with the rest of the animal kingdom and ultimately people when you start to lose animals like this in the wild. So it's really important.
Dan Dove, that's TV.